You know, are we back?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are back now. We are back now. Good evening once again. This is Brother Tyrone, your Global National King reporter, coming to you live from Moreno Valley, California. And like I said, my first time here in this area, where I'm having an awesome. I love this conversation. This weekend conversation with three of the OG founders of Techniques Car Club. Two, Roland and Aaron, and Brother Johnnie, that has came in later on. Now I had took an intermission break, and the next question that I would have, would like to ask, and to you, Johnnie, as in this case as well, has Techniques Car Club since 1972 appeared in Lowrider magazine back in the day?
Yeah. As far as I remember, yes. Lowrider covered a couple of anniversaries and stuff when we'd be at the International Club, and not exactly sure which anniversaries. I know there are the 20th or so, 25th and stuff like that. Yeah, at that time, Sergio was our president. Big Sergio, we called him Big Sergio, and he's resting in peace now. So yeah, we miss that guy too. But yeah.
Yeah, and let me explain about Sergio. I had met him at the at your anniversary dance also too. Sylvia introduced him to me, real cool, way cool person, like as if I've known him for a long time. And the call, that I had got from one of the members that he had transitioned, it broke my heart because I had just seen him, at this at your anniversary celebration, and to hear that that he had transitioned to glory, to that Techniques in the Sky and everything also too. But I will get to that in a second as well also too. And this will be for all three of you as well also too. What is I would say a cruise night or a car show. What is your favorite memory of a cruise night or car show? Either or, any of you.
Okay, well, I'll start with that. One of my favorite things was when we had the car show at Sure High School back a couple of years ago, where we started. That was great to me. The club came together because it was kind of a last minute thing, but they showed up in force. Okay, that's one of my favorites. The other things are always cruising down the boulevard. It was always fun to cruise. There were some rough times, but most of the time it was really good. It was really good. There was no problems. And one of my favorite things is kicking it there with my brother, my younger brother, and we find this lot right on the boulevard, and we pulled in there and we could take in the sights. And that was great. That was great. But those are the two things, for me anyway, that are the greatest memories.
We'll go a little further back. They used to have car shows at the Great Western, which was in the City of Commerce, actually. It was a big building that had shows and stuff. Right? We used to have car shows. And that was the first car show that I believe we actually posted cars in. So that was a great memory standing for us, because it's like, we made it. We've got cars in the car show now. And up to that point, we didn't have cars that would have rated or been accepted into car show, but there we did. So that was, for me, that was like, okay, we made it. We got cars in the car show.
What year was that?
Gosh, that was, I think, about like 77, 78.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes I forget.
Actually, I've got pictures here of my brother's car that.
Oh, okay.
And then he put his car in the show.
Right.
It's called the Great Western.
Yeah, it's called the Great Western.
Oh yeah, don't exist.
It's yeah, it was just across the freeway from where the Citadel is.
Was it in Atlantic?
Yeah, right off Atlantic.
What is it now? Houses?
I think houses or something now.
Yeah, Atlantic at the Kennedy Hall.
Oh,
Atlantic.
yeah.
Kennedy Hall.
Yeah,
that was very special. I mean, cruising was always good.
Shit, cruising was always
great. But it's like, I think that, like I said, that's a epitome. We made it.
Yeah, I don't know if the Boulevard cruises today that they reopen it. I
They
know
open it every now
closed
and then. Yeah.
it. They do.
They legalized cruising, I think, a year ago or so.
Yeah, because for a while they closed it.
Yeah,
Didn't
it's completely closed.
they? Yeah. And so that's always great. Sometimes when I go out that way, when we go to Shakey's, I'll always go by the old homestead over there, and I'll take a drive up Whittier, and memories just come back of all the times that were there.
Whenever I go down the way, I'll always make a run down Whittier Boulevard.
Yeah, that's.
And if I'm with my wife and one of my kids, I say, we used to post up there, we used to post up there. We had like 2 lots. You had one over by a shopping center just off of Atlantic.
Yeah.
And then we had this lot that was actually on the boulevard where we'd set up.
Yeah.
So it was
the thrifty
Yeah,
sign.
it
Remember the
is.
thrifty sign?
and-
Yep.
Under the thrifty sign, we'd park in the commerce center.
Right.
We'd park under the thrifty sign, or else we'd be at the what we call the block. We'd be on the block, and then we'd be up there by the Jack in the Box or near the Sound of Music.
Oh,
We used to use the Sound of Music. It was cool because we could park in there, and then we could sit on the ball and watch the cruisers go by. So it was awesome for us.
the Jack in the Box on Whittier Boulevard was a premier spot. If you could get,
For many reasons.
if you get a spot there and park, that was like the ultimate, huh?
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we're here. We're not going to leave. We're going to stay here. But that was like the central point. Okay, originally the drive from Whittier Boulevard was from Atlantic Boulevard to Eastern Boulevard,
Yeah.
and then everybody would turn around and go back. After the fact, as the later years and more lowriders came around, it went further. It went into Montebello then, huh? Remember?
That was after my time. I'd already retired.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, when
okay.
the-
Johnny remembers
When the
it.
sheriff would shut it down, when they would shut down the boulevard, then they trying to push it over towards Montebello. They chase out of Montebello, we go into Pico Rivera, right? Then we start cruising, and they're letting it go for a while. We'd be up and down Rosemead, and we'd be up and down Whittier. So it'd be like 2 spots. You come down Rosemead, you would find a way to get back to Whittier, come up Whittier Boulevard, turn around, get back on Rosemead. Then they started chasing away from that boulevard. It was getting too much, too heavy. Because other cities, they start hearing about it, so they start coming down. You got people from Santa Ana, all over coming in. Anaheim, all those other clubs coming in. Oh, they're cruising in Pico, let's go. Then they started cruising Lake. And now I don't know people familiar with Lake. It's right by the 60 freeway. Nice big old park. They would cruise that boulevard. Then they would try and go into the park and use the little parking lots to park and stuff. It was nice. Like I said, it was no problems, no hassles,
They couldn't shut down the cruise, no matter what they did.
Yeah,
They
it
couldn't
was
shut
nice
it down.
somewhere.
If we couldn't go down there, we'd go to the side streets, like Johnny was
I
saying.
remember there was even a period that, I'm sorry,
No, it's okay.
that we even hit Atlantic.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
shut the border.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Up and down Atlantic.
That's right.
And we would always find somewhere else to go. Always. But then we had that one young lady, what was her name? She was fighting for the cruises, remember? She was fighting about a couple of years back.
Yeah.
And she finally got it.
Sister Lorraine, because I had helped. Yeah, I was with her with that AB 436, letting folks know that that cruising is not a crime. Oh yeah. And
We won.
yeah, yes we did. We did win, and I'm gonna get to that in a second also too. And Whittier Boulevard, the most iconic boulevard, and me being driving on that boulevard was a first time for me as well. In addition to hearing it in the song by the Midnighters.
Oh, yeah.
And you also had the theater there, which is now a church and everything, called the Huggy Boy Theater and everything.
Really?
Yeah, right.
We had 3 theaters there. We had
3. Oh, okay.
Look, we had. Let's see.
There was the Golden Gate.
The Golden Gate was like the high.
Tall one,
There was
yeah.
The
there was
fancy one.
Boulevard.
Boulevard and the Central. The Central was in the middle. Okay, the Boulevard was at the beginning. If you came from eastward. Central, obviously, Central. But the Golden Gate was like the premiere. They even had 2 stories up. The Golden Gate.
Yeah.
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 Still there, yeah.
Yeah. And I remember when I was 13, I went with friends to that Golden Gate. We were over there, and we would just went, and man, you know,
Theater.
yeah. And you know, it was a lot of memories. I grew up in East LA. I grew up all along those areas. So I have a lot of memories of those places. I still remember my older brother, him and his friend went to see this horror movie that first came out. And when we used to live by this big cemetery. And my brother and his friend were so scared because they were only like 15. So they were like, you know. But that's the memories I have of that. Okay.
Right.
And that's why he got me into lowriding.
Right.
He got me into that. He was, again, like I say, Midnight Classics. And when I saw his car, I actually bought that car off him. It was a 64 Malibu. And I actually bought it off him. So he was the one that got me into it. Okay. And, well, I enjoyed my time, you know, growing up. I used to work when I was only 13. I used to work. So I made pretty good money, actually. One time I looked at the Social Security thing they send you. Mm-hmm. And I go, man, I was 13, I made this much money? Damn. That's pretty good.
You're talking about, you know, that you got your brother's car. That's something we had in common too, because he took over his brother's car, I took over my brother's car, in becoming a little rider. So we had that similarity there in our friendship. You know, that hey, you know, we're comrades that way.
Yeah, that's what we became, because I met him at Sure.
Oh, okay.
He, what junior high did you go to?
Eastmont.
Eastmont. Oh, Eastmont. Okay, that was down the street from where my parents
Where you,
lived.
yeah, where you moved to.
Yeah, because like I said, I went to Stevenson Junior High, but my parents moved to Montebello, so I had to go to Sure High School, and that's where I met him. And after that, you know, we've been friends ever since.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah.
Very long time. Very long time as well, also too. Very, very long time. This is not on the sheet. This is not on here and anything. I'm, just going to just throw it out there. What you just said, about Sister Lorraine and everything, also too. And I also want to, I just want to make sure, that she gets acknowledged and gets her flowers, because she's a sister, that help push through. Making cruising legal again. AB 436, another one, AC 176 that I had helped her with and everything. Any three of all three of you, you can chime in on this as well also too. What was the first thing? What was your reaction and the first thing that came on your mind when January 1st, the new year, that cruising was legal again, or in this case, cruising is not a crime?
I mean, for me, like I say, I'm not in the cruising role anymore, but I think still it was pretty awesome, because I remember back in the day the sheriff shutting it down and right at Atlantic and all the side streets to shut it down. So to see it opened up for the new generations of cruising, I thought it was pretty cool.
It's never going to stop.
Yeah.
Cruising's always going to be around, always, because we got kids growing.
Absolutely.
From following their parents, their dads, their cars, and everything. It's not gonna. It'll never end.
And my grandson wants to build a little rider. It's all after his papa.
Yeah. And now they cruise in Montebello, right? By Montebello Park. That's a new cruising place.
Oh yeah,
now.
that's right.
Yeah.
I see this all the time right there.
Yeah.
They slowed down from the East LA to Montebello.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yeah, because I was surprised when we started going to Shakey's in Monterey Park, and I saw the clubs that were there at Montebello Park.
Yeah.
Because in years past, they would not,
wouldn't allow it.
not allow it.
Yeah.
But Barbara will always tell me this funny story, because she went to Montebello High School with my wife, and their fights would always be at Montebello Park.
Yeah.
Girls' fights, not the guys.
No.
Girls' fights. And I was, really? You guys would go over there? And she go, yeah, we would go over there, and because my wife was in a girls' club too, okay, back in the days when the girls' clubs were around, because your ex-wife was also in that club too.
You had to go there.
I'm not going to mention names.
My current wife, if you're watching, That was a long time ago.
Many moons ago, y'all.
But they were the same girls. Okay, so they always knew.
And I'm looking. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
No, both at the same time. This plaque that I see right here, that you know, that's beautiful, you know, beautiful in the frame as well, also too. This is your the very first plaque that you got, right? Mm-hmm. Including this one also too, right?
We have the first.
He had number 2. I had number 3. My brother had number 1.
Yeah.
And everybody else got numbers down.
Wow. Yeah, and we kept it simple. Okay, we kept it simple because we didn't want nothing fancy at the first point. I could show you later on where they added Los Angeles to the bottom rocker. Okay, and now some of the other chapters have Dallas, Fort Worth, Colorado, North Carolina,
Las Vegas,
Arizona, Japan, and is there something I'm leaving out? I think Inland Empire. The one there, Inland Empire.
East LA.
Oh, the East LA.
East LA.
Yeah, East LA.
That's East LA on it.
Yeah, they.
Las Vegas.
Huh?
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they added rockers on the bottom, but these two are the original 1972 plaques. Yeah. Yeah, they're 54 years old now. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
And we, again, like I said, we kept it simple. Even the backs aren't polished. If you see the newer plaques, front and back are polished. But these are not. The back is not polished. Okay? But you'll see the bell stamped. They're out of business now, huh?
I want to say yes, because what I understand, plaques now are being laser made. They're not founded, in the foundry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And we actually, do you have that other plaque?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, I can't reach it. Can you reach it, Johnny? Or Roland, can you get it?
Take it.
Oh.
Okay, we decided.
My backside there.
Okay. We decided we were going to go with this because the scratching of the plaque was starting to mess it up. So we put the legs on there to, so that way the clips can go in there. That was the reasoning behind that. But you notice we still didn't have a rocker on it either.
The legs.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
The legs also help to prop the plaques higher because we didn't have to do so much lifting the plaque up with a board or some kind of a stand. It made it easier to prop it up into the back window.
Because back in the days, we just used clips because you could put the clips onto the bottom of the back thing. I don't know what you call it. Can you turn that light on for those dogs?
Yeah.
And because we couldn't hook them up, and everybody was trying to find ways to hook them up.
Yep.
But the cars back then, they didn't have the support system. So that's what we had to do. So we tried that, and those plaques are actually steel. They're not bronze like the other ones.
I think those are actually a laser or something of that sort from back in the day. And then these are bronze coated.
Wow. Awesome. Wow. I mean, totally, just totally original, from what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing here, one in the frame and one that's standing up, behind the sign. And like you said, these are unpolished, compared to plaques that I see today and everything, all nice and shiny and everything, but this is OG original right here, what I'm looking at. Truly OG original, Wow.
They are because, like I said, the backs are not Yours isn't polished either, huh?
I actually tried to polish it in high school. I took it to the metal shop and tried to get a little polish. So it's a little shiny, but
No, I think you got a bronze on that thing.
If you would you would not think of polishing it today, polishing it today, because I'm sure, with some of the stuff that makes it shine, it would take away.
No, actually, I got this. If you could reach behind you, Johnny, that Brasso.
The Brussels?
Yeah, that thing actually shines them. It really works. The only problem is in the middle, it leaves a blue thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't clean it right away, yeah, that shit really works good. Yeah, that's what we used to.
But I think maybe I would not polish the back now because it just takes away from the originality of it.
Got it.
Yeah, but this is what we used to shine the front part.
Oh.
But unfortunately, he would leave the blue in the middle. So unless you really cleaned it right away,
Right.
Because we used to actually take them and spray paint them black, so the face would really stand out. But you had to be quick to get some gasoline or take and careful so that you just remove the face of the black off the face of it, so they made the brass stand out when it's polished, nice and polished and pretty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Now that's what you call, just keeping it real, keeping it OG. And there's for all you three, I'm going to be looking at traveling overseas to check out, the lowriding scene in Japan. It has gone global from Japan to Brazil. In your own words, from any of you three, what do you think of the lowrider scene in places like Japan and Brazil? How it has taken off in those countries.
well, we don't have a chapter in Brazil, so I can't really tell you about that.
Not yet.
Well, not yet. Hopefully we'll get one. But in Japan, I met on our 50th anniversary dance some of the guys from Japan. And they were cool. They were dedicated, right?
Yeah.
And so I seeing that, I'm like impressed because we went global. Jesus Christ, we went global, man. From starting out here, at Sure High School, and we went that way. And that, to me, it's impressive. I don't know. What do you think?
I think to see the style that is being duplicated in like Japan. I didn't know they were lowriding in Brazil, so that's pretty cool. So I know I can't comment as to their cars. But what I've seen in Japan, they're mimicking. They're not creating their own style of lowriders. They're mimicking the originality of lowriders from East LA.
Right.
And that's what I say. So I think that's really awesome and phenomenal that not making it different. They're keeping it true.
Yeah.
To the original style of lowriding, the hydraulics, the wire wheels, the custom paint jobs, the custom interior, the plaques, that I've seen. I think that is, I think, makes it, like I said, keeps it real. It's true. They're truly following lowrider history.
Right.
I think it's awesome. It's awesome to hear that. Like I said, on our 45th, Japan came down to Whittier. We had it at the Swiss Lodge in Whittier. It's Whittier. Where Whittier meets Almani, right? And when I got in, I didn't know they were there, to tell you the truth. I didn't know they were at the anniversary. And we're going to our tables, and then one of our guys came and said, "Hey, man, let me introduce you to the Japan chapter. They're here." I said, "Really, man?" So we went over there, and it was awesome. They had a little plaque. Nice. It was nice. It said, Technique Japan. I was like, "Hey, this is real nice." They're shaking hands and stuff, and with the customs,
You think you can take the dogs
they
into
shake
my
their
hand?
hands. They bow out, like say hello, right?
Okay, I
So
don't want them crying.
that's like it was a little culture shock for me, like, so I'm trying to get used to that with them. But it was awesome. It's awesome to see. Then we're here in Brazil. Now we heard something, I don't know, rumors of Australia also too.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we know they're in Japan and Brazil. So that's pretty awesome. It's awesome to see.
I do say, and I'll get you to say sorry about
Okay,
that.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Because I'm about to say I do see techniques taking over Australia one of these days. Techniques Australia, yeah.
We're gonna have a
That would be
kangaroo.
truly phenomenal. You know,
We're gonna have a kangaroo.
But I think it's nice too. I'm sorry. Is that I've seen that like the Los Angeles chapter president. I know he's taken some of his members and have gone to associate with the guys in Japan.
Yeah.
You know, and they've done it more than one occasion. So I think that's really good in keeping the communication, the contact, and the the consistency of it.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
I call it the brass. They take them up there. They'll go up there to Japan. It's awesome. It's awesome.
You know what the funny thing though? When Japan came down, they didn't speak English.
No.
True.
So we're like, okay. But it was good to see him because there was a couple, about maybe 3, Johnny?
4 or 5 couples
4?
came in. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they brought their ladies too.
Yeah. And that's
They brought their ladies too.
That's a
which
road
was
trip and
good.
a half.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see coming from Riverside, Moreno Valley. They came from Japan, so
That's good. That's dedication.
Yeah, for sure. It was awesome to see them. It was nice to see them there.
Johnny, do you even know the story of who started the Japan chapter?
I'm not sure the gentleman's name. I know it's somebody Marioki, but I could be wrong. Marioki, and then if we ever do a two, like the other guys can come in and let us know about Japan, the names and stuff. Yeah, be nice. It'd be to do a part 2 would be nice.
Right. Because with me, because I would love to travel over there one of these days because they don't have a person over there doing of what I'm doing right now. With going live, capturing everything, and somebody told me that Tyrone, you'll be over there, you will represent us in a way like never before because they don't have nobody doing of what I'm doing right now, going to shows, bringing it live. They don't have nobody that's doing. If they do, it's not. What's the word? Probably not the same. Like of what I do, to where where I expand it. Expand it in more areas like that I have never seen or experienced in my life. You see.
Yeah, for sure.
Too,
you're everywhere. Like I said,
yeah.
I've always told he's everywhere. You go, you go your area, Fernando, on your side, you go to Palmdale, Lancaster, you come out here. It's awesome, man. It's awesome how you do it.
And YouTube is going to be worldwide.
That's
Yeah.
right. Absolutely.
So the world is going to know about the techniques now.
That's right. Putting techniques on the map like never before. Like never before. And being the OGs that you are, and this goes.
Easy on the old.
I said OG. Okay, let me be cool. Okay, be cool, Tyrone. Be cool, Tyrone. Be good.
I got no problem with OG.
Okay. But you're still a young man. Just remember that. Okay, you're still a young man because you want to be having fun. And I said that too. What is all 3 of you as well? What is the one oldie or classic track that has to be playing when you're just cruising or just riding low and slow?
Okay. When you say that, I'm thinking 80s music are oldies now, huh?
Yeah. 90s music is
90s music are oldies now. So I would think myself, Earth, Wind and Fire, Tower of Power, Average White Band, some of the heavy rock music too, like Kiss and funny story there. My younger brother, back in the late 70s, he's one of the few lowriders blasting Kiss on the boulevard.
Yeah.
Everybody else was blasting oldies, but he was blasting Kiss and other rock songs like that. And that's what I like too. Okay, I can't go. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like some of the older songs, but 60s is as far back as I like to go.
Right.
Okay. But basically 80s, 70s, the disco. Remember the
This
disco?
goes down to the 70s with disco.
Oh my Lord. My brother in the 70s, you ever seen that movie Saturday Night Fever?
I sure have. Yeah, I'm sure we all have.
He wore shoes like that.
Oh,
with the big ass platforms.
Wow.
I still remember that. And I was like, really? Come on, you're gonna wear those? You know? But that was my brother.
Wow.
He was an adventurer. And, but yeah, for me, I guess 80s music is mostly for me. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some rap songs, original rap.
Right.
You know, back when, help me out, Mijo. What, Warren G?
Cypress Hill is one you liked a lot. You liked Warren G. You liked Cypress Hill. You liked, oh man, a lot of that West Coast. All that.
Especially when the Dodgers went to the World Series and they're playing that Wild Wild West song.
Yeah.
Regulators.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm open. I always told my son, both my sons and my daughter, I says, you know what? Music is great, but only the good music.
Right.
Just because somebody is popular, don't think that you're gonna have to like all their music, because sometimes their music is not good. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Now, for me, I mean, going back to point out a single particular song is "Natural High." Redstone.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Redstone.
As I was driving down here today, it came on the radio. I was like, oh, that's my song there from back in the '70s. You know, we got Cruise the Boulevard and crank that up. But back, I like the Motown sound or El Chicano and that. You know, Malo. It's funny because I've now come full circle and now we're listening to country music. Don't judge me.
No, you're good.
Don't judge me.
Ain't nothing wrong with country. I like country too.
I love country too. Hey.
It's more pop than it is really country now.
What about Wild Cherry?
Yeah, Wild Cherry.
I play that funky music, white boy.
Not a war. Talk about
Oh, Wars really rules.
the Midnighters, you know. With the,
Midnighter's cool.
Yeah.
Midnighter's
And us
cool.
too with the Slave was a song Slide.
Slide. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
They usually crank that up and stuff like that. But you know, war, tower power, a lot of times.
I bought my wife a record player. And I've been collecting records for me of old school music from back usually about Midnighters and Commodores and Tower.
Commodores.
Now I'm collecting vinyls from back in the day.
Yeah.
Man, they're expensive.
I forgot about Commodores.
And then
What was that movie? Thank God It's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, and the fabulous Commodores.
And Donna Summer, she was in that
Oh
too.
yeah,
Donna Summer, she was in that also
yeah,
too.
man. Shit, yeah.
It's funny that it came out right after Saturday Night Fever too, you know. Thank God It's Friday. It came out right after that.
It did. But I like Thank God It's Friday more because it's more funnier, more music.
Yeah.
And the whole thing, Saturday Night Fever was kind of more serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I saw that movie, I was like, wow, it's a good movie.
Very iconic movies to the disco genre of music.
Of course. And if you never seen Thank God It's Friday,
I've seen it, man.
you said okay, all right,
Many times, bro.
okay, because it's streaming. Okay,
Absolutely.
you can check it out.
DJ Bobby Speed. That's
Bobby
right.
Speed. Okay.
Definitely not the last time.
Yeah.
What about the Grease songs? They did the Grease they filmed Grease at Wilson High School, remember?
Oh yeah, I read something about that. Sure did. Yeah. Wow. And you know what else? Also, even more also too. Like you said, Grease and everything. There's one movie in particular. It was before Saturday Night Fever. I happened to drive by the old business, and it was in the movie also too. I was so surprised to see it as well also too. This big car wash, and it was in the movie Car Wash because I'm driving. I forgot what boulevard I was driving down. I looked. I'm like, wait a minute. I had to pull off on the side. That's in that movie Car Wash. The opening scene. I forgot what bull. I think it's in Culver City. So I don't know where. But I seen that.
Richard Pryor was in that.
Yep.
Yeah, Richard Pryor was in
Don't
that
forget
movie.
that's at the car wash.
Yes, there you go. And
Yeah.
you know, and folks, let me just hold on. Folks, let me just tell you one thing also too. And let me tell you something. Yes, these three brothers, yes, they do got some blackness in them too. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, I mean, I can have Ramon Ayala and me too also too, but I'm looking at three brothers here that that actually got soul in them. Let me just let you all know and just put that out there, just to let you know, including the son too. For anybody that know, thank God it's Friday and seen it. You've earned my respect already. You've earned my respect. My goodness. You know what? And this also will lead to to this one more. How are you? And this is for all three of you, including you too, Johnny, including you too. How are you teaching the lowrider lifestyle to the younger generation? And do you see them carrying on when the torch, the baton, is passed on to them?
Well, me myself, I never taught my sons the lowrider lifestyle. Only because I grew out of it when it was the Car Club Wars. And I didn't want them being involved in something like that. Okay? They appreciate it now that they realize it's a family thing now. It's not the way it was back in the 70s, early 80s, okay? Back then it was, you see somebody from a different club, you would right away be on guard, right?
True.
And now we can go to a picnic. I could take my granddaughters who are 4 and 2, and I don't have to worry about it because it's not the same anymore. Everybody grew up. The cars are more expensive, so they don't want to pay for being crashed. Okay, man, I can't believe how much everything costs as far as cars, the lowriders. The hydraulics are very expensive. The paint jobs are very expensive. Everything. So I can feel comfortable taking my daughter's daughters, and even my grandsons. Okay, and they're more of that age. Because, they're going to be 18. His son's going to be 18. My daughter's son's going to be 18. I already have a granddaughter who's going to be 20. And I don't have to take them I don't have to worry about it.
Because it's more family orientated now.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot.
It really has.
And it's beautiful now. It's really good. And then you can go knowing that you're going to have a good time and not worry about somebody back there doing something bad to you or something.
Yeah.
Or your kids are in the way or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
No, it's awesome now.
Even the youngsters are more family orientated now. Because what's her name? Son that just got, he was only 18, 19. And he's more,
Yeah.
they're not like back in the gangster days. Because in reality, back in our days, we were in the gangster age.
It's actually something that's pretty cool because I have a grandson and he wants to build a lowrider. I'm actually looking right now to buy another car and build a lowrider because I haven't got out of my blood. At my age, I want to build something, and maybe that's something I could build with him and influence him to go old school with him, be old school with him. He's expressed interest in the techniques too, so I'm like, okay, slow down, but but I think that'll be my best way to influence.
Well, that would be
my
great.
grandson to build a lowrider with him.
I know.
That'd be great. Then I could also join in with you. Yeah.
Start with a bike.
Yeah. I got to sell my Harley to do it.
Yeah.
And also, this is not on here. This is not on here anything. Because you was talking about Sergio just a second ago. Also, too. How many of your technique? It's up to you. But how many of your technique members that has transitioned on throughout the years?
How many?
Yeah.
We've lost a lot. We've lost our. We need our banner bigger now. We're past the size of the banner we have. Our board that they made up.
Yeah, the board.
Remember the board at the 50th?
Mm-hmm.
We got it on since then. We got it on about, I'd say 4 more. Right after bars. which we call them ponytail bars.
Mhm.
And then right after that was Sergio, Jay, and Richie. So we've lost too many, man.
Okay, I'm
You know.
Perry, something to get into this.
Go and take a.
Continue talking.
Okay. No. We're going. Going to take another commercial break, and then when you know settle down a bit and everything. Another couple more questions. But I am having a blast being with the Technique brothers. Techniques, learning, sharing, and learning a lot of history. And gotta go pay some bills right now, as everybody else does and everything. And I shall return, and I will be right back with more stories, and more memories of the Techniques Car Club. I shall return. I'll be right back.